sometimes success is just changing the way you think. And with me is Galit Ventura-Rozen, who owns 4 businesses, is a globally recognized public speaker, entrepreneur as well, and an author of a book called $1 Million Mindset. So Galit, welcome. I can't wait to hear more about this and see how, it can help us achieve success. Now, the book is based on a 4-step program, right? $1 Million Mindset program. So explain that briefly. What is that program?
Absolutely. Being someone that started on a journey quite young, where when most people were coming out of college and deciding to get a job and interviewing, and I decided, wait, I want to do something a little bit different. It stems back to then, where I realized in some shape or form that if I wanted to be an entrepreneur and own my own business, I had to work on my mindset on a daily basis. So now skip forward 20 some years. And now I recognize from everything that I worked on within myself that I really did create this 4-step program to limitless living and financial freedom. And this book is more of a journey because it really takes you through where you've been in the past, where you are today, where you want to go, and let's get you to that mindset.
Could you have any examples of like those early days and when you had to dig deep and kind of, what were those? What did you learn from that?
Absolutely. Being someone that entered into a pretty male-dominated industry, which is commercial real estate, and that I always call that my first baby, Jane, because it's over 27 years old, and my oldest is 26, so it really is my first baby. I learned early on that I kind of had to be my own motivator and my own mentor at first, just because there were not a lot of women at that time that were taking my journey. So I'll give you a perfect example. I had somebody call me that was really upset about something that happened at a building that my company was managing, and he just went off. And at that time, I was 20 something years old, and I didn't know a lot about what was happening in my mindset. And I was very emotional. And I remember saying to him quite loudly, look, if you want me to help you, I need you to stop screaming, because I can't help you if I don't know what you need. And at that point, I remember I said, why don't you call me back when you're calmer? And I hung up the phone. But of course, I got off the phone shaking because I'm human, and this guy was yelling at me and screaming at me on the phone. Now jump forward 10, 12, 15 years, I recognize that I could talk to him with a smile and say, sir, listen, I'd like to hear what you have to say. I'd like to help you. I understand that you're upset that the roof is leaking. Mm-hmm. I would come out there and fix it myself if I could, but I need to understand what you need. So I think this journey really has been based on understanding how I react to things and understanding that this can work for me or against me.
Yeah, and focusing on the problem solving rather than getting kind of all emotional. It seems like it was a good lesson that you learned early on. Now, in addition to writing books, are you still involved in business? What are you doing exactly?
Oh, yes. So I have 4 businesses. It's my love. It's my passion. The speaking kind of stemmed out, and the writing books kind of stemmed out from this idea that we really need more female role models and someone that people can relate to, right? My parents moved here before I was born from another country, and my mom made my clothes growing up, and we didn't have a lot. And so I really understood the value of, let's say, working hard. Today, I like to call it working smart, but then it was really about working hard. So yes, I still work in all my businesses every single day. My key to a lot of that success, Jane, is having amazing teams and being a leader that cares about the teams and recognizes how important my employees and team members are.
Mm-hmm. Now, are there any quick lessons? Because I feel like a lot of this stuff you just kind of learn by doing over years. Are there any quick lessons you can give to somebody who wants to change their mindset and make like a little incremental difference in their life?
Absolutely. This one's tough.
Okay.
People think it's easy. You've got to sit with your thoughts every single day. You've got to separate from the technology, from everybody around you. I get up early every morning and I sit with my thoughts. Sometimes we don't want to listen to them. Been there, done that. But listen to them and allow them and give yourself a chance to ask yourself why you're having those thoughts. It might be a worry about something at work, or it might be something that happened yesterday, or it might be something in the future. But when you sit there and allow, and the next step is work through whatever it is that's happening. If it's that conversation you need to have with somebody that you just had conflict with, or it's something that you need to do that you're not feeling so comfortable with. But that is one of the easiest and most difficult things to do, but it works. And I make sure that I do it every day. And I talk about other people doing it every day.
Oh, good. Good advice. And then I know it's also important to you to help others. That's kind of part of your business plan. So explain that, and why is that important?
For me, I don't believe that we're supposed to leave this earth or our time here with our secrets of success, with our secrets of our mindset. I believe that we're supposed to share what we've learned, what we've experienced and gone through with as many people as possible. And that's how I ended up going into speaking and ended up writing books. So I think that piece is so important. And for me, helping others, aside from my philanthropic work, I love being part of organizations like the local women's shelter and doing life skills classes and helping them plan events. But aside from that, it's also looking at the younger generation. So I'll mentor women from the local college and men, women and men in real estate, because I'm in commercial real estate. Or I'll go in and do leadership classes. And not all of it is about hiring me. I give a lot of my time as well back, because I think it's so important to prepare the next generation and make sure that that legacy of what you've learned can continue on. So maybe they can have maybe a quicker path or less painful experiences.
Shorten the learning curve a little bit. Yeah. Well, that's great. Galit, thank you so much. And people can find the book in all the normal spots, right?
Yes. So the $1 Million Mindset is on a pre-launch right now. And then my first book, The Successful Woman's Mindset, you can find on Amazon.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Best of luck with the book.
Thank you, Jane.